Hello, I would like to show you, this is Diane Casey, by the way, hi, from Moody Library. I wanted to show you students that are in business classes how to use HBU OneSearch. Okay, so this example is mostly for the marketing and advertising classes. So just for fun, I went to the library's homepage and I scrolled down, of course, to HBU OneSearch. Now, most of the time, I'm going to take you to business databases in under the database tab here. But for this time, I want to take you to HBU OneSearch, okay? So I'm going to click on the advanced search, and I'm going to run a search for anything about advertising or marketing and how COVID or the coronavirus has affected advertising or marketing. Very general search, okay? I'm not even limiting by years or to peer-reviewed scholarly journals, which you see right here, okay? So let's go ahead and put in a search here. Hopefully you have already used our database before. If you have not, there's many videos on how to use our databases. Okay, so starting out, I'm going to type in form of advertising, and I'm going to truncate that. That will give me advertising, advertisers, anything after this S right here. That truncation symbol takes us to the root of the word and will finish it and finish the rest of the word for you, regardless of the endings, okay? Same thing with marketing. Now, can you tell me what's wrong with just typing market? Okay, so I ran into search with similar words and I kept getting things about different markets, certain markets. That's not what I wanted. So I'm going to go back and type in the ing so I get the full word marketing. Okay, so let's go down. These are the two words I'm interested in for advertising or marketing a certain business to consumers. Okay, and I'm keeping the and here. I'm using an or between these two terms because they're similar terms, okay? Now I want to also run this search with articles that came out talking about the pandemic or COVID or coronavirus and marketing or advertising, how that's changed. I've noticed personally that more and more that the ads on TV, for example, are showing people wearing masks or staying home. And so I just want to see what's out there on this topic, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and type in some different words that mean or stand for coronavirus, okay? So let's do that. Coronavirus. There it is. And instead of typing or COVID-19 like you see in this example, I'm going to just go ahead and just type in COVID and then put the truncation symbol after the D. That will get me everything with COVID. COVID-19 or COVID space 19 or any of the other endings. Now I'm not sure about this term, so I'm going to leave that one alone. You can see some other ways that people have searched. Let's go ahead and add for pandemic, or what's the other term I'm thinking? Epidemic. Okay. So I'm running several similar words that have sort of the same meaning as COVID-19 or coronavirus. Of course, pandemic or epidemic would be a little bit one step broader than the coronavirus 19. So we're actually searching anything with advertising or advertisement in all of these terms, and then another search is being run with marketing in any of these terms, okay? And like I said, we're not limiting by year here, and we're not limiting by scholarly peer-reviewed journals or any of the other ways that we can limit. Let's go ahead and run that search. Okay, this is a huge search, as you can see. You have 41 hits. Let me grab this and scoot this over a bit. You have 41,000 hits. So you might not want to look through that many articles. This is pulling it up by relevance. You can see over here, and you can also ask for the newest to be on top and the oldest. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. scroll down here, you can see that it's starting supposedly at 1804. I have no idea how, okay? A couple of our databases will go back to the 1800s. So one thing I should have told you, I forgot, is that HBU OneSearch searches like 98% of all of our databases. There's only very few databases that are not being searched, okay? So this is a great way to get, it's going to cover psychology, it's going to cover science, it's going to cover business databases, all different kinds of databases, all in one whack. Most students don't use this starting out because it's can be a little confusing, okay? So let's say I'm very happy with this. I don't have a problem with that. So I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to say, now that I've finished setting up my terms in the search boxes, and I did leave everything on the end at select a field, so that means it's searching all of these different fields here except for the full text. It's not searching and finding advertisement on page 38 of a 40-page article. In other words, it's not looking through every page. It's only looking at the record for each article for these terms, which is really good. So I'm leaving everything at select a field, okay? And then you have an and between these different search terms we put in here. It's taking everything with the top line, advertising or marketing, and then it's narrowing down and saying, okay, you may have advertising and you may have marketing, but now database, computer, whatever, you've got to go search and find these other terms and only bring me the articles that have those terms. So it's narrowing down. If we put another word in here, like let's say, economy, economic, anything like that, it would narrow it down again, okay? So let's go ahead and see what we have. Again, we have 41,000. So now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to come down here. Now I could limit to full text or scholarly over here, or I could don't limit to catalog only. That's looking for books or items that are in our catalog, okay? Now we're getting mostly articles, but if you come over here and you open up, let's see, we can filter by subject, by publisher, by publication, by language, by geography, by location. I'm not real sure what that is. Let me look. Okay, second floor would be books, and then internet sources. I would not mess with that at all because I don't want to only look at 8 items. Okay, or you can filter by your database. So I'm going to click on that just to show you. This is showing you how many hits are from each one of these databases. You can always click on Show More whenever you're in any of these. Okay, so now I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to just mark things, the databases, the sources that come from a business database. Okay, so I'll take Newsbank, Regional Business, Business Source Complete. Let's see, Business Insights. And this is up to you, whatever you want to pick. Let's take Small Business Reference Center. Now, if I was interested in psychology, I could take some of the psychology databases. I'm going to go ahead and take Science Direct because that's a really good database. Let's see. JSTOR would go back into the 1800s. I'm not going to mess with that. But if you were looking for something like something about coronavirus or any kind of epidemic, and you wanted something on the 1818 epidemic or 1918, then you would want to look at JSTOR. Okay. Let's see. We'll take Science and Technology. Let's take Computer Source in case they're talking about advertising or marketing through a computer. Let's see. What else? We'll take Information Technology. There's a law reviews, interesting. So you can pick anything you want here. We'll go ahead and take Race Relations. There's only 2 articles with that. And let's go ahead and update. So we've gone from 41,000 to now to 30,000, okay? So you're like, I don't want to go through 30,000, okay? So I can come down here and I can say, okay, now I want to narrow it down by its subject, okay? So now I can open up Filter by Subject, and always, like I said, hit the show more, the little blue show more. I'm going to pick everything that has to do with either advertising or coronavirus or marketing. So for me right now, I know it's already found the terms I looked for. I'm going to limit to everything that I think has to do with marketing or advertising. Okay. So we'll take marketing, advertising, I'll take communications, and here's if I want to narrow by place. Take technology, we'll take products, maybe public opinion polls. We'll take photo because that's one way that you can actually market. Here's marketing research, interesting. Professional services, I don't know about these two. Let's see, market trend, maybe retail, other communication. Don't know about that. We'll take advertising campaigns, consumer behavior, social media maybe, telecommuting, commuting. We'll take public relations, advertising agencies. We'll take phones, consumers, again, New York City or New York. New product development, we'll take that. Small business, I'll take that. So you can pick what you want here. Wow, there's a lot there. Maybe I'll leave those alone. Update. So remember, always hit the show more so you get all these different subject headings you never would have thought of, okay? Now we're down to 2,000, okay? So now I can come over here now. I don't always suggest that you do this, but what you can do is you can narrow it down by, we could do language, or let's try geography. Now this is really going to narrow it down, and I hate to suggest you do this, so I'm not really suggesting it. It's just a way for me to show you quickly how we can narrow this down. I will always click on the little blue show more on the left. Now you can see you've got United States here, and it limits down really quickly to 180. What happens is not everybody that's inputting this data into the database will tell you a location, okay? So that's why we have so few right now when I click on geography. But you can see some places you've got, let's see, not so much here. Sometimes what you'll get is United States here, then you'll have another that says Texas or New York, okay? So by clicking and taking United States, we're getting so few, it's really narrowing it down. I think if I were you, I wouldn't choose to narrow it that way, but just to show you, I'll go ahead and do it. Always look here, like I said, to look and see if there's a city listed like San Francisco or a state besides your United States. Update. Okay, so now we only have 180 to go through. So now you can look through here and see if these are anything that you want. You can read this right here. You can see it's 7 pages long. You can see that it's out of the National Provisioner. Like I said, these are not academic journals. This is just a periodical. You can put your mouse over the little piece of paper here and see if there's an abstract. It's not really very big, but you can look at this. See if this is something that you want to look at. This one here is not in HBU OneSearch, but it's from The Guardian, England, and I know I told you we limited to the United States. We still got something out of London, England. It does mention United States here and Australia, so maybe it's comparing two different countries. To get this one, you're going to have to click on Full Text Finder, and then you're going to have to find March 31st, 2020. Let me see what happens with that. Sometimes this can be a little bit frustrating. It's kind of like digging for a bone. If it takes too long, I'm just going to close it and go back. Okay, so you see this didn't really open for us, so that one didn't work. And that's what I mean by digging. So we'll just open a new tab, so I'm going to close that and just go back to our search. So you can mark it as many of these as you want to and put them in a folder. I'll just take 2 real quickly, and then I'm running out of time. But go here to the top of the folder, and then you can mark them here and then email them to yourselves. Okay, I hope that helps you learn how to use a little bit of HBU OneSearch.